Hey, it's Don, the auction professor. I wanted to talk about suspensions and what looks like maybe a crackdown going on by eBay. I put a video up the other day on 5 mistakes that people made. I'll actually put a link down there if you're interested in seeing that as well. And I received many emails and comments from people who had issues happen to them for things they had no clue on. And out of the emails and contacts that I get, several people were suspended. One of them was suspended for selling comic books in bulk lots. He was selling random ones. He showed a photo of it. It's against the policy to sell stuff that you aren't showing in the image. If your photo shows something, it has to show what's included in the listing. So if you're showing comics or books or whatever you happen to be selling in your image, and those aren't included in the listing, you're just opening yourself up for trouble. Even if you see some that ran that way, eBay doesn't catch them all. You will always find things against the rules on eBay. It's just the nature of the beast. Same thing kind of goes for Amazon, but Amazon's a lot better at catching those than eBay, by far, without a doubt. But in this case, the person looked into the details and even pointed them to me, which I've seen and read many times. The problem with the new issues and policies on chance and random listings is that eBay made it fuzzier now and didn't include textual information that they used to include in there. I'm thinking they just don't want to enforce it and just are going to let it go by is what it's looking like, even though it costs them money. If you do a random listing for something, they have to be the same visual item in there. They have to be described very, very well. So if you show a specific comic or something that's high dollar and that's not included in the listing, that's against the rules. You cannot single out anything in that listing to try and suggest that you would get something better in it. That will get you suspended or kicked off the site in general. That is a deceptive practice. Also, doing these random listings and saying no returns, it doesn't matter what you say in the listing. You always have to take a return if the person says they're not as received. And any random listing that does not show the actual items in it, 100% is qualified to be sent back no matter what your policies are. They can also leave feedback on you and there is nothing you can do about it. Because again, you didn't show what was in it, which is a violation of the rules. It has to be identified, but you don't have to say quantity, condition, or quality statements for those items. It's a grab bag. But you do have to identify exactly what's in it. It's false advertising if you do anything else. Mystery boxes have always been banned on eBay. I know you still see them. The new thing now is putting the image showing the words mystery box and not stating it anywhere in the title or the description. Again, that's deceptive practices. That will get you kicked off eBay really quickly if somebody reports you. So be very careful on this. Follow the rules and the procedures. Random is not allowed. That's like a random drawing, and it literally states that in the listing. A grab bag is allowed, but again, you have to identify everything in it by either via picture or a description. So if you're just putting grab bag, random comics, random books, random cards, random toys, that's against the rules. You cannot do that. It's not a random selection. That's a chance that you may get something good or you may not get something good. Those are all chance random auctions which are not allowed on eBay. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. If you constantly do those or all of your listings are stuff like that, they shut one of your listings down, chances are your whole store's gone. So keep that in mind. This is something that a lot of people think they'll just come in there and do this. They won't take new pictures and they'll use stock photos. Now, stock photos are all right in certain situations, but it has to be a photo of what's included in the lot. If you're just showing a box of something, and that box isn't included, even though you're saying it's what's in the box, you have to send the box. You can't show something and not sell it or include that in the package. Again, you might go through with the sale at the end of the day if the person's not happy. Even if you say no returns, they can send it back. Not as described does not qualify for no returns. No returns means they've changed their mind or something along that line, and you don't have to take it back. But you do have to take it back if they state it wasn't as described, regardless of your statements, your policies, or anything else. Any of these random listings are 100% open for these type of returns. There is nothing you can do about it. eBay will 100% side with the person buying the random items first over and above you. If you do it as a grab bag and you show a picture of everything included, eBay is going to side with you if they're trying to state something wasn't there or something was insinuated. You can't insinuate anything. There's some up right now that show high dollar specific items that are graded or slabbed, whether it be cards, coins, comic books, and showing a high dollar one and then stating you'll get a couple extra in the lot, or 50, 100, 1,000 comics plus so many of these graded ones. That again is false advertising. Unless you include that comic, that coin, that book, that toy in the lot that you're giving to every single person, it's against the rules. Any bonus item or giveaway you give has to be the exact same item to every single person. Doesn't mean you can switch up comics or makers or toys or cards or books. They have to be the same. Again, because you can't insinuate that somebody may get something different if they buy more than one, or if they get lucky and they get a better one. That's luck, that's chance, that's random, that's not allowed. These are ways to get yourself kicked off and booted from eBay. Obviously, they're cracking down. I've received several emails on the exact same thing of random listings where they were shut down over them. Amazon doesn't allow it. eBay doesn't allow it. I don't know any sites that allow random listings. Chance is just not something you want to do. You don't want to do random. You don't want to do chance. Policies against it. eBay, again, will shut you down if you're violating some policies. Another one that people try to get away with is using variations to list all kinds of different stuff, like 10, 20 different items that are unrelated or aren't the same thing. You cannot list, say, a Spider-Man, a Batman, a Robin action figure in the same listing as a variation. You can list a Batman figure that's red, one that's blue, one that's green, color-wise. Just like a records, you can't use variations for records and say a 45 record, I've got Elvis, I've got Bruce Springsteen, Prince, whatever the case may be, you can't do that. You can, though, list a Elvis 45, the exact same one basically, with different variances such as condition. Let's say you've got 4 Elvis 45s or Can't Help Falling in Love with You. One condition is near mint, you've got a VG, you've got a VG plus, you've got a G. You can do that in the listing. That is legit because it's the exact same record. You could also do a variation for an Elvis record that's the same thing, I Can't Help Falling in Love, and then another one that's the exact same record but a promo label. Those are the same record, just 2 different versions of it, so that is allowed. Another thing you can't do, let's say you're selling clothing. You can't do a bunch of different shirts with different designs in the same listing. You can do a design, though, and have multiple colored fabrics in the shirt that the design goes onto. That is a variation of that shirt. Again, people try and do this all over the place. I see it in collectibles, for toys, for antiques, for postcards, for labels and stickers and things along that line. They're not the same. You can't do a variation for that. If you, again, have a variation on a card or a sticker, it's the exact same sticker, but it's in red or blue or green or yellow, that's fine. Again, that's a variation of the same sticker. You can't do it otherwise. So just be cautious. There are some stipulations and categories, very specific ones that will allow you to do, say, a sticker of a specific team, and you can select a team in some cases. It's very specific, and there's very few categories that will allow it. If you do it in a category that it's not allowed, they can crack down on you. They are cracking down. They're cracking down on the shipping aspects. They're cracking down on listing items in wrong categories. They're cracking down on a lot of the policies, especially the ones that cost them money. And using variations to list all kinds of different items are costing eBay money. Those are going to be the ones they probably go after first, as well as the grab bags, the mystery boxes, and the random chosen items by the seller. Those ones could damage eBay's reputation. So again, eBay is trying to improve their reputation up to the standards of Amazon. So they're going to start cracking down more and more as they get closer to an Amazon-like model. Same thing like Walmart. Everybody's going towards that Amazon model because it's working. So the bottom line is, don't break the rules. Follow the rules on every site. That goes back to my 5 mistakes video. You have to know the policies and the rules on the site. That is the #1 thing that will get you shut down quicker than anything else, is violating the rules and not following policies and procedures for the site that you're selling on. Especially if you're new, they'll be more prone to smack you down because you don't have any sales track record, no history for them to say, hey, this person's good and he just made a mistake. For all they know, you intentionally tried to scam a customer customer or eBay. So follow the rules, pay the fees, don't try to avoid things. Part of the reason why some of the policies are the way they are right now is because people tried to avoid them in the past. Good example on that is having to pay a final value fee on shipping. It's done because people try to avoid final value fees and charge higher shipping. But anyway, that's what I have for you today. Hopefully that gave you some ideas and some thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell a friend.